So hi everyone, today we will take a look at the game between Firouzja and Ding Liren. This game was played at round 8 of Tata Steel, so let's quickly jump into the game. So Alireza was white, he started with d4, now we have knight to f6, c4, e6, so trying kind of to play Nimzo Indian defense. Now knight f3 is anti-Nimzo, so trying to go for queen's gambit. So we have d5, fighting for center, knight c3. And here the main moves are bishop to e7, c6 semi-Slav, bishop to b4, taking here, but Ding Liren goes for c5, which is semi-Taraj defense. Here e3 was played, so like this, but in this position also the main move is actually to take here. Knight takes e4, takes, cd, bishop b4, bishop d2, takes, and queen takes. So this is the main line of semi-Taraj, but Ding Liren goes for e3. Sorry, Alireza goes for e3. Now we have knight c6, and here Alireza plays a3 move. So very interesting move, preventing him from jump here to b4. Now pawn takes, bishop takes, and 6. And here in this position, Alireza finds really interesting move. He plays bishop to a2. And actually, this was played in a rapid game between Firouzja and Nepomniachtchi. So now we have b5 move. And here, queen to c2, very interesting idea. And cd was played in this position. Here black has many options. If queen goes to b6, now d5 is quite strong. And instead of that, if let's say bishop to b7, now we can take, bishop takes, and here we have this sacrifice, and knight to d7. Of course, if black takes, then black loses also a bishop. So what happened after queen to c2? Now we have cd and ed, and here bishop to b7 was played. But not the best move. Actually in this position, this move is critical to take on d4. Let's say knight takes, queen takes, and here that's very amazing move found only by a computer. Brilliant, knight to d5. Of course, queen cannot take. But what happens, let's say if knight takes here, but now we have queen to c6, king e7, we take a rook, and now queen e5, and queen to f1 would be advantage for white, of course. So how can black respond after knight to d5? Actually, this is the best move. Queen e5 check, now king f1, and now ed, queen c6, king d8. But now, yeah, very beautiful move, bishop to d2, because here the problem is instead of bishop to d2, we take here, now bishop c5, and there'll be huge pressure here on f2 point, and black is winning. So we have bishop to b7, sorry. Now we have d5, amazing pawn sacrifice, but all preparation by Alireza. Now ed5 was played, also taking with the knight was possible. Let's see this line, knight takes ed, castle, bishop e7, and bishop b1 is actually here recommended by computer. Very interesting idea. The idea is that black cannot castle because this is a checkmate on h7. So d5, ed. Here bishop to g5 was a new move. Now of course bishop to e7, we have to protect like this. And now rook to d1 was played by Alireza. Here option was also to take in on f6, but after bishop takes, knight d5, castle, and there will be mass exchange, and yeah, it's most likely to be a draw. So Alireza play is more ambitious. And here in this position, actually d5 already was slightly not the best move. Better would be just to go knight a5, bishop takes, knight d5, castle, and knight to c4. Let's say takes, queen takes, bishop b2, and yeah, it's kind of balanced position. After d4, of course, Alireza just castle because black is unable to take here because queen will be lost. So now we have a castle, and here rook f2, e1 was played, just centralizing the rooks, so position is kind of equal. And here the b4 move was played by black. Let's also consider some other options here black has, because yeah, actually black is already out of many good options here. Let's do, for example, h6 move. Now here it's very amazing move, bishop takes, gh6. Now queen enters here with a check. Notice that we cannot take because king is pinned by the bishop. So king h8, but now check, knight h7 and knight to d5, and it's all lost. But actually here there is amazing move recommended by computer, which is queen to d6. And the main point is that now queen can enter here on f4 square is in some lines. So let's examine if bishop takes, knight e4, and now queen f4 is very strong here. So queen is beautiful here. But let's say instead of taking here, if knight to e4 is played, now we take, queen takes, bishop f6, and again, as you can see, queen here can take the bishop, so bishop b1, but also g6. So there's also place for rooks here, because queen was on d8, now queen h4, and bishop to g7. But in this position, after b4, Alireza played bishop to b1. Actually here, knight to e2 is considered to be the best move. So how to defend mate here? Of course, g6, because the threat was to take here and to go with the checkmate on h7. And now, but here you can pause the video and you try to find the best move for white. So white to play. Yeah, amazing rook sacrifice on e7 by Alireza. So taking a bishop. So knight takes. Now we take with the rook on d4. And here in this position, actually Ding Liren horribly blundered with queen to c7. We will see why this was a blunder in a minute. But let's examine some other moves. Let's examine queen to b6. But again, we can take here on b4, queen c6, bishop takes, queen takes, and bishop on b7 is lost. So what are other options? Queen e8, for example, because yeah, queen was under attack. Now we take here, knight d5, takes, and bishop h6 wins the rook. Yes, in this position, actually the only good move is knight f to d5. So what happens? We can take, for example, a pawn. Of course, if we take the knight, then this is actually not dangerous. But if we take a pawn, what's happening here? Queen b6 and s. And it's kind of double-edged position. Here instead, queen to b6, there's also a beautiful line, again, found by computer, queen c7, takes, knight takes, queen d2, and here in this position the only the best defending move for black is this amazing h6 move. And what's the idea behind this? The idea is that if we take the pawn, now a rook can go to d8 and keep pressure here. So rook f to d8, so it's kind of saving for black, because bishop is no longer, let's say, now bishop attacks here. Now we have knight to e7. And as you can see, black is exchange up. So this is actually better for black. But why was this queen to c7 huge blunder? Again, you can pause the video and try to find the best move here. Yeah, the best move, of course, is just simple knight to e4. Now white attacks the queen, right? So what to do? First, of course, we have to take here, queen to c2. But now, yeah, not taking here right away, but first, because that would be even losing for white, but first we insert this check on f6, so king g7, and now we take with the bishop. And here, as you can see, white has two pieces for a rook. So rook to c8 was played. Now knight to g4 was played. Very good move. Let's say, for instance, that if we take a bishop here, now bishop f6 is a check, king g8, and this actually is a checkmate on h6. So knight to g8, sorry, here, knight to g8 was played. Now we have bishop b3, ba, ba, rook c3. Now it's quite easy for white. Rook b4 defending and attacking. Bishop takes, gf3, rook takes, knight e3. What's happening with this rook? Rook is under attack. Sorry, not under attack, but trapped. h6, bishop d1 we have. Rook takes f2. Now we insert this important check on h6, winning a pawn. Knight takes, king takes, rook d8. We have king to e2, rook d6, bishop b3, rook f6, a4. This pawn is advancing. Rook c6, bishop c4, f5, rook b7 check, king f6, rook h7, attacking a knight, knight g4, takes, takes, bishop d3. So as you can see, white is a piece up. Rook b6, rook a7, rook b2. Now king enters the game. So yeah, black has won a pawn, but now we also win a pawn on a6, king e5, rook a5, king x6, and after rook to king to f4, black resigned. Ding Liren resigned, because yeah, if there are no pawns, then actually this would be a draw. Rook and a bishop against a rook is a draw, but this pawn will promote soon, and it will be soon a game over. Let's examine continuation. Maybe a rook here, but now we can just take here. If again check, we can go here. Okay, rook will have to go, I don't know, here, but now maybe we can just play like this and push the pawn, and it's game over. So guys, very interesting game. I think today we had another round, so I will cover that tomorrow. And thank you for watching and supporting me as always, and please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.